Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your Yadhuvir saying, and I'm in the field of dating and relationship from past 11 years now. Today I'm going to talk about something which I have learned and connected with my experience that I've spent in the ashram. Today I'm going to talk about, can trauma be inherited? Can I say that it is my trauma or is it ancestral trauma? The video is not going to be too lengthy. I'm going to make it really short so that you can briefly understand the concept of how your trauma is directly linked with the trauma of your ancestors. For the better understanding of the concept, I'm going to tell you the story, and this is my personal story. For example, my grandparents, the parents of my father, used to live in Pakistan. During 1947, their whole village was asked to leave that place and migrate to another place in India. They have been given 7 days. 7 दिन दिए गए हैं तुम्हें. इन 7 दिनों में तुम्हें यहाँ से निकलकर इंडिया में जाना है. So can you imagine the amount of terror and fear that a family is going to feel? For example, right now you're watching this video, your parents are at your home or maybe they're with you right now, and there's a knock at your door and there are a lot of people just telling you, you're going to shift this place in 7 days, and if you don't, we are going to kill all of you. So all of them shifted from Pakistan, and a lot of people, they saw a lot of deaths on the way. A lot of people died during migration, the great migration which was happening from Pakistan to India. So my grandfather was still like 14-15 years old at that time. He saw all of that. My grandmother saw all of that. So when they shifted to India, they were staying in Jammu and Kashmir. So most of the friends of my grandfathers, they were like, okay, we cannot go any further. We are going to stay in J&K right now. But at that night, the war happened, and all of that area where the friends of my grandfather were staying, all of that place was totally burnt. Everyone died over there, and that night only my grandfather shifted with my grandmother, although they were not married at that time, but they knew each other because they were from the same village. So the whole village is moving, and finally my grandfather told me that they used to give lagan to the Britishers, the tax to the Britishers for the land they used to own in Pakistan. So there was a lot of land they used to own, but they were allotted only that much land in India for which they have given lagan to Britishers in the Pakistan. Then after coming to India, my grandfather joined the army at the age of 14 or 15. I still remember he tells me that if you have studied till 3rd standard, you go to the army. If you have studied till 5th standard, you go to the navy. If you have studied till 8th standard, you go to the air force. So he was still like 13 or 14, 3rd standard. So he joined the army at that time. He spent almost all of his life, fought war with Pakistan and China, while their wife was at home, the children were at home, they were growing up. Now my question to you is this: the kind of fear my grandfather saw, the kind of anger which was boiling within him when he saw those friends dying, the kind of anger, shame and frustration within my grandmother, did that have any impact on their own children? When my grandmother used to get angry with any of his sons, maybe my father as well, does this migration had any impact on the response of my grandmother when she was angry? Can I say because of this great migration, my grandmother and grandfather were suffering from fear and anger and shame issues, and those 3 same things got transferred into my father? Those 3 same things. Now really imagine this. My grandfather doesn't know how to deal with fear and anger because he just left the place. He just left that place because they were asked, otherwise they'll die. So he avoided the direct conflict with the people who are asking. He didn't fight for it. They all just left the village, right? So the same kind of teaching were taught to my father. The same. So my father becomes an avoidant in another way. So what I really want you to understand is that you don't know if what you are feeling or thinking, all those thoughts and emotions that you are not able to deal with, are just not your problem. They were the problem of your father and mother. They were the problem of your grandfather and grandmother. It has always been your ancestral problem. Now it is upon you. You saw this video. Maybe you know some of those traumas which are within you. Maybe you are having anger issues, fear issues, frustration issues. You will see the polar opposite of that or directly that in your parents as well, in your grandparents as well. Are you ashamed about something? You will see the same kind of shame projected by your parents as well. You will see the same kind of shame projected by your grandparents as well. Are you really protective in nature? Your parents are really protective in nature. Your grandparents were really protective in nature. It's not just your trauma. It's just passed on to you. And now it's your turn to bring this unconscious trauma in the light of consciousness. Do you know why you don't remember some dreams? Because those dreams happened while you were unconscious. And when you are conscious, you don't remember it because it's lying down there in unconscious. We cannot say you don't remember it. It's still there. You can remember it if you really want to. You got to reach it. So you just have to bring this personal unconscious, which is already within you, passed down generation from generation in the light of conscious, that how did it actually reach to me and what kind of person is it making me. So I'm going to make a lot of amazing videos which is going to give you a lot of more understanding about traumas and how are they impacting you, which is further going to help you to get better with women because you're going to be more grounded. You know who you are. You know what makes you react. It makes you grounded, makes you really purposeful and really helps you to know how to offer good emotion. So if you want to learn how to reach at this point where you know who you really are and how to be that attractive man, I'm organizing mastermind programs. You can just WhatsApp me on the number given below and I'll send you all of the information to join the online mastermind and how it is going to help you to make your life even better. If you have liked this video, give me a thumbs up, comment down which part of the video did you like the most, and I will see you until next time. Don't forget to subscribe.